Hello everyone, it's SlashKing here, bringing you another mod review video. This time I'm reviewing my very own mod, just like last time, and that is the Insta Houses mod. And this mod adds a couple of things, not too many, but a couple of things. First of all, it adds a couple of blocks, which are these ones right here, and I'll explain what these do in a second. It also adds a couple of items, which are these ones. This one is by my other mod, is added by my other mod, so ignore that item. So for the rest of this video, you won't see it again, anyways, probably. So yeah, let's get to the good part, which are the blocks. The items are just there to be able to craft these blocks, and yeah. So we have the instant wooden house, the big instant wooden house. We've got the stone brick mansion ground level block, the first floor extension block, the second floor extension block, the big stone brick building, and the stone brick tower extension for that big stone brick building. And essentially this mod is technically a bit more impressive than my other mod, at least on the technical side. On the gameplay side of things, if you right click any of these blocks, they spawn in a house, and that might not be as gameplay technically impressive as on the technical side of things, but I think it's still a pretty neat thing to have some instant self-building houses, I guess. So yeah, there you go. This is the first block, and that is the instant wooden house. It's a small-ish house made out of wood, obviously, out of oak wood to be precise. All my wooden houses are made out of oak wood. And I wanted this mod to do this right, so, you know, the stairs are correct at the corner here, the stairs correctly generate. The trapdoors correctly generate the way I want them to. The lanterns, even the door, doesn't generate as some weird half door as some mods do that. The glass panes are all correct. This is all correctly generated. And that was important to me. So yeah, this is the interior. It's not a huge house. It's a nice little house, I guess. It has some of these lanterns, as you can see. A couple of nice little flower thingies right here. Flower pots, I guess. And yeah, this is how it looks like. This is the first house. Let's get right over to the next one, which is the big instant wooden house. I still haven't fixed that name. When you download the mod, it will probably say wooden instead of wood house. That's just a little typo on my end. Let's right click, and there it is. Something I should note right here in, at this point in the video is if, for example, there would be a flower somewhere, like right here, if this would be a flower block, then the block wouldn't generate properly, because this mod only replaces these grass blocks, the big grass, tall grass block things, these regular grass blocks, I guess, and dirt and sand. So if there is any cobblestone, stone, or, you know, any other block, that block won't be overwritten by my house, so you'll have to manually replace that. So make sure your building ground is built properly, I guess, and cleaned properly before you actually place any of these. And yeah, as you can see, there is no furniture or anything in here. The idea behind it is that you can customize these houses to your liking. They're just, you know, a little base house to customize. This is a bigger version of a wooden house. It has a second story, which is also empty, as you can see, obviously. And by the way, most of these houses actually cost less materials than if you would build them one by one and copy them yourself. That's just because I couldn't exactly match the material cost, and I decided to just gift you some of the blocks, you know, for free, essentially. And yeah, this is what it looks like on the ground floor, and this is what the first floor looks like. As I said, it's pretty blank, but you can fill it in with whatever you like. And I think it's a pretty nice little house, same as this one, but this one's a bit bigger. Which is why it's a big house, obviously. So let's get to the next one, which is the stone brick mansion. And this one's really cool, because once you build it, and with this one, there's caution advice, don't stand on top of a block when you click it, stand a bit away from it. Because this one spawns right on top of the block, it spawns this iron cage with lava in it, and if you're inside of it, you burn to your death, which is not very fun. Also, this one is quite unique. All the stone brick houses are quite unique in two ways. Firstly, as you can see, there are these mossy stone bricks and these cracked stone bricks, and these randomly generate differently every time you place one of these. And secondly, there's this weird green wool block right here. And this is here for a reason. First of all, let me clear the weather real quick. This is here for a reason, which is, at this spot, this is the precise spot you need to place the next block, which is the stone brick mentioned first floor extension. You can only place it here. You could, I mean, in theory, you could also place it anywhere else, but it will only work correctly on this spot as the house generates around it, around the place where the block is actually placed. So if you put it here, the house does not correctly generate on top of this one. And what happens now is if I right-click this, again, take a couple steps back, you will get another nice lava pillar and a second story to this house. And I can show you real quick. This is what it looks like. Pretty neat, pretty nice, I think. And again, there's a nice little wool thing right here, a wool block, and you can replace that with a second floor extension like so. Again, right click it, and you got your second floor extension with another nice little lava pillar. This time there's no way out of the top in creative mode, so I gotta walk around or fly out at the bottom and go around that. This is what the entire thing looks like, completely built with all the floors. Again, it's empty, so you know, you can customize it to your liking. And that is this house. Next, we'll take a look at the big stone brick building, which is a little bit industrial looking. As you'll see in a second, you get up right here. This is what it looks on the inside. Also, it has a cobblestone floor and a sheep inside of it, which does not come with the house. That's just because it was there when I placed it. So this, you know, you won't have that unless there's a sheep in your world as well. This is what it looks like. It looks a bit industrial, I think, personally, but I kind of like it. And yeah, it has cobblestone floor, as I already said, I think, at least. And you can extend it right here by placing the stone brick tower right at this spot. And there you go. Now your house has a nice little tower added to it. Obviously, you can also just, you know, take this tower and place it like somewhere over here, for example. And boom, there you go. You have a nice stone brick tower, just like that, without the house. So that also works. But as this obviously takes the house's roof as its floor right here, you will have to build that yourself. But, you know, it's a neat little tower. You can just put somewhere if you just want a tower. And I will actually set the time to day again so you can see a bit better. Now there's even more mixing and matching opportunities with these, which is why they're quite unique. First of all, obviously you don't need to build the entire house. You can just build the ground floor or just the ground floor and the first floor, etc. You can do this however you like it. And I need to find some free space to show you the next couple things, which is you can mix and match these as you like. For example, you can just, there you go, there's the ground floor, and then you immediately say you just don't like that first floor, so you just plop down the second floor right here, and there you go. Now you have a smaller version of that house, which would look something like this. But it does not end there. You could even go ahead and, for example, if you say you really like this tower, you just put the tower here, and boom, there you go. Now you have a tower on top of this. And something I have actually not tested, but I just realized that might actually work. So we'll just test it right here. This is a live test, so to speak. Let's go over here. And we plop down our ground level. See, and this is what I mean. This is kind of dangerous. You got to get out quickly, otherwise you're gonna die a horrible death in this lava if you're not careful enough with this block. But in theory, I think we could even go ahead and plop down our first floor, and then plop down another first floor, and chain this up pretty much infinitely. And yeah, I think this actually works. Yeah, it works. You only have a little bit of a weird pattern where the roof is, but other than that, you can pretty much infinitely extend this upward, like so. If you like your towers to be big, you can just do it like this, for example. And now we have a huge tower that will take forever for me to descend. But that's alright. Let's look at it from the outside. See, this is how it would look if we would put down 3 of the first floors and 1 of the second floors. Now you have a really huge building. That also works, as you can see. And the last thing I'm going to show you is, before showing you how to actually craft all of this, obviously, you can even extend this other stone brick building with the other building, with the mansion building, but you can only extend this with the second floor. At least that's what I think. Because the other one is too big, but the second floor works nicely. It works almost perfectly right here at this spot, but you'll have to manually modify it a bit so you actually have doors and stuff. But it pretty much fits in perfectly otherwise, as you can see. So you could even build it like this. But how do you actually build any of these now? That's probably the question you're asking me. And the answer is, the recipes might actually already be in your survival recipe book. I'll check, but I think you have to craft them at least once. Or do you? Maybe they're actually already all there. I'll take a look. They might actually already all be in this menu already. But in case they're not, just in case, we'll go back to creative mode and I'll show you how to craft them. Just pause the video at any spot or at any of these crafting recipes to, you know, take a better look at it. Or look at the CurseForge page of this mod, where I will put every single crafting recipe so you can just copy them from there. Well, let's begin. We got the small oak wood material kit. You'll just craft these by filling the entire crafting grid with oak logs. The big version of this, which is in total costing you 81 oak logs, by the way, at least I think, is crafted the same way as the small one, but instead of oak logs, you fill everything with the small oak wood material kit and you get a big oak wood material kit. Now, for the wooden buildings, you also will need a wood house building kit. This just costs a little bit of iron and a small bit of glass and one coal block essentially to pay for the torches, the glass, but you'll actually get a lot more glass back, as you probably have already seen, and some iron ingot for the lanterns. And that way you build the wood house building kit. You know, it's just 3 iron ingots at the top and bottom, 1 glass on the left, 1 on the right, and a coal block in the center, in the middle, and you'll get this wood house building kit. And finally, these are the wooden house blocks. The instant wooden house, just as a reminder, that is the small one right there, and the big instant wooden house is this big one right over there. So the small one is crafted. This one is crafted by putting a wood house building kit in the center. Both of them are crafted that way. They need one of these in the center. And you need 1 big oak wood material kit to the left and 1 to the right. And at top and bottom, you only have small oak wood material kits. And the big version of this is crafted by surrounding the wood house building kit entirely only with big oak wood material kits. So those are the 2 wooden houses. Let's get over to the stone houses. You craft them by firstly crafting small stone brick material kits out of stone bricks, the same way you craft the oak wood kits. And you can upgrade it the same way to a big stone brick material kit by filling the crafting grid with a small kit variant. Next, you need to craft, or you can also craft, depending on which of stone brick houses you want to craft. Only one of them will actually need the small cobblestone material kit, or generally the cobblestone material kits. But anyways, there's also a cobblestone variant which you can craft out of cobblestones by filling the entire grid, and the same as the other kits, you upgrade to a big kit by filling the entire grid with a small kit. But this one also has a huge kit, which you will need, and you can craft this by putting 2 big cobblestone material kits anywhere into the crafting grid. It's a shapeless recipe, so you can put them in any way you like. Next, there are some glass kits. You craft them like any other kits. The small kit is crafted by filling the entire crafting grid with glass blocks, but you upgrade it a bit differently. This is another shapeless recipe. You only need 7 small glass material kits to get a big glass material kit. This is shapeless, so put them in any way you like. You need 7 of these. And next, there's also this one. This is the stone brick mansion building kit. You need 4 iron blocks for this and 1 lava bucket. But don't worry, you won't even lose the bucket. So I will demonstrate this to you. If you craft this like so, you can keep your bucket. You will just use the lava in it. So that's how you craft this. You only need this for the stone brick mansion though. I mean, obviously, it's already in the name. And finally, I'll show you how to actually craft all the stone buildings. Firstly, the big stone brick building is the industrial looking one. This one without the tower, obviously. And you'll craft that by putting the huge cobblestone kit I showed you earlier. At the bottom, in the center, you put in a big glass material kit and you surround this in... You surround all of this with big stone brick material kits. You only need big stone brick material kits for this. And That way you get the big stone brick building. The stone brick tower extension you can get with vanilla Minecraft oak blocks, 3 of them in the bottom row, and in the row above you put in 3 big stone brick material kits in the entire row, and you get the stone brick tower extension. I'll clear the weather, and the tower extension obviously is this one, or that one. That one is one of these towers. And that's how you craft this set of building, I guess, of building, whatever you want to call this, I guess. Now we get to this building here, the final one, the stone brick mansion. You craft the ground level out of one of these stone brick mansion building kits, the one with the lava bucket that I showed earlier. That gets, you put that into the center. You will need one of these for every single floor, and you surround it with small stone brick material kits, one on the left and one on the right, and the rest in the top and bottom row you only put 3 big stone brick material kits each. And that way you get the stone brick mansion ground level. The first floor extension you craft similarly. You only need to replace in the top row you only need to replace the material kit on the left and on the right with small kits instead of big kits. And in the center it's still a big kit. In the bottom row it's still 3 big kits, and in the middle it's on the left. You put in a small kit, on the right another small kit, and it's almost the same crafting recipe, but that way you get the first floor extension, and yeah, it costs a bit less stone, obviously. And that's obviously this one, this part of the building. Ground level is this part, and the part on the top we get to now. That is the second floor extension, and that is crafted by simply putting 3 big stone brick material kits into the bottom row, building a roof on top of your stone brick mansion building kit with a small stone brick material kit, and that's essentially it. That's that crafting recipe. And as I said, just go back to the point in the video of the item you want to craft, pretty much, or look on the CurseForge page, or look into your Minecraft crafting book ping that tells you the crafting recipes if you don't know any of the recipes. And now I will demonstrate you real quick as an example on how to, for example, craft the wooden houses. I already did that in my German video. There's also a German video in case you didn't know that, so you can just watch that if you want to see that. And I'll get right to it. So first of all, we craft 2 wood house building kits for both the wooden houses, like so. There we go. And now we just need a whole bunch of these other building kits, which I'll just craft real quick. So we need a lot of them, as these buildings really do take a lot of wood. You can see, and we're almost there. Just a little bit more. I think it's 1 more and then we have enough. There we go. Actually, it's another one. I miscalculated. Now it's enough. Now we've got 8 of them. And now we surround the center. In the center we put one of these, the wood house building kit. And we get the big instant wood house. And for the small wood house, I'll just copy the items now, so it goes by a bit faster. We just do it like this. Put the items in like this. And this way we get the small instant wooden house. It's as simple as that. I know it's a little bit confusing, the crafting recipes, but I hope you don't mind, I guess. I'll set the time to today again for the final time. And yeah, with that, the video is essentially over. Just one last footnote, I guess. Only download the mod from the official CurseForge website, where I upload the mod, unless I point out, like on my YouTube account, Twitter account, or on the CurseForge site, wherever, on any of my official accounts, unless I point out that I will upload it somewhere else. Unless I do that, that is the only official download source, and other download sources could potentially have viruses in them, so I advise you strongly against downloading the mod from anywhere else. And with that being said, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoy the mod. Feel free to leave feedback on the video, in the comment section, as I am the mod author, so, you know, I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I hope I can see you in the next video, and yeah, bye.